all friends. It's a new selection of cool things you're going to freak out about, I promise you. Started. Externally, this comb is no different from any other. Bristles have a rubberized base. And yet it has one feature that makes it more functional. It can serve as a kind of universal casket for different ladies' little things. The back of the comb is equipped with a secret hatch where the compartment is hidden, where you can place various small accessories or stash from her husband. And this is another interesting watch. I'll tell you right away that they have no Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth, not more than a 25 megapixel camera. It's a simple watch. The range is large. Personally, I have 3 views, with red arrows, blue and golden. The watch is completely metal, unpainted. I didn't check the moisture resistance. The strap is quite comfortable. You can adjust under any hand, and the only nuance of the diameter of the dial is quite small. On my thin hand looks still normal, but if you're a brutal bearded man, I think you will not notice them at all. And despite this, they look pretty. Let's see what will become of them in a couple of months. And so 5 plus. This radio-controlled car drives at 80 kilometers per hour. You can imagine it. Sami Nasseri wouldn't have caught up with her. In addition to the high speed she weighed, scattering fine sand and stones in her path. The car is completely waterproof, so it can safely wade through shallow water. Do you think if you develop the maximum speed to crash into a concrete wall, something will remain from the car? Comments are welcome. It is an interactive bowl for cats and dogs. The cat on the bowl itself did not pay much attention. I thought only of the stern and looked at me inquiringly. At night I could not stand it. I realized what was what and began to move the paws on the bowl. It was obvious that he was scraping it. Laziness just knighted him. Over the years, the food was given just like that. And here are such tests. A week later, the cat wields it without problems. But at the same time, only 40–45 grams of dry food goes away per day. In recent years, simple means of first aid to punctured tires have become increasingly popular. Tire seals. This is a special liquid that is poured inside the tire. From the inside is glued puncture. After the introduction of the liquid, it is necessary to drive a couple of kilometers at a low speed within 50 kilometers per hour. In this mode of movement of the liquid evenly spread on the inside of the tire, which will eliminate the imbalance of the wheel. These are neon masks. Dune City Night. They have 3 glow modes. Constant light, slowly shimmering and fast as garlands. Works from 2-finger batteries. Plastic doesn't stink. In reality, the mask looks better. The power supply makes a light squeak, but if you put it on the back of the belt, the squeak is not audible. The track was tracked. I was amazed by the quality of the packaging. It was excellent. The order is very happy, especially for such a price. The package came in 17 days. I recommend the seller. Once again read in the news about poisoned carbon monoxide and still standing on end hair. Ordered this sensor. After a cursory reading of the instructions, inserted the battery and was stunned by its squeak. The sound is that if he wants to save you at night, those who have a weak heart may not wake up. The device has been with me for 6 months and works without failure. I check it from time to time. I don't think so. I check with a candle, light it, keep it close to the center. After a small amount of time it is triggered. And this is our designer, but not easy. To be honest, the description on the store's website was not very carefully read. Counted on not 4-in-1, but on the dinosaur variant. A pleasant surprise was already found in the process of assembly. In total, there were 4 options for assembly. The drill machine rides a drill, the robot steps changes direction, Tyrannosaurus steps with his teeth and the rhino beetle steps all 6 legs, moving his jaw. The quality of casting is 5 with a minus. There are no failures, but there was some curvature in the assembly, which did not prevent the assembly fortunately. Ready Figurines has about 10 centimeters. In general I think the set is very successful, is not very expensive. And these are reusable vacuum bags. They help to increase the shelf life of products. First, you need to load the products into the package, then install the vacuum in the hole of the package and press the launch button. After that, the device will remove all the air inside the teddy bear. But the seller sent the order after 2 weeks. That's after he wrote the message, and that's the only time he got 1 star. It's a set of 3 screws for the screwdriver. Ordered to clean in the bathroom tiles, into tile seams and toilet bowl from stone. I'm tired of washing with a regular rag. And thanks to the use of Scrooper, the performance of such work becomes much faster. But I say immediately clean to shine will not work. This is not some super magic nozzle that can give anything a marketable look, it's still a Chinese brush, it needs to be understood. But in any case, it cleans better than with your hands. It's a small drum kit. It's just for the fingers. Here you get tired of typing on the keyboard, to concoct a melody for entertainment. The installation can play the melody itself, but only one. But it is masterful, but it is better to play. If you turn on freestyle mode, you can do as much as you want. More precisely, until the energy of all 3 batteries runs out. If you want to record your work, it's interesting, but too short is only 67 seconds. This is a copy of the Dominator, from the anime series Psycho-Pass. In the series, the gun reads the so-called criminal coefficient and can shoot only the person who poses a potential danger. The model of this gun has only a backlight. Perfectly simulates the process of going on alert. The toy's 2 drops of water is similar to the original, and as he said earlier, when pressed on the trigger seems an impressive transformation. It's a magnetic brush. Throw a small part inside the vessel, magnetize it through the glass wall and start cleaning. Not a replacement of the Urshik, of course, but cleans in principle not bad. You need a certain skill to clean hard to reach places, but if you catch clean it's the glass to shine. The magnet is quite strong, but the scrubber is definitely not worth the money. The red price is $5. Delivery is super fast, 2 weeks to Europe. These are scissors with a laser target. I think it's a very original idea to attach a laser pointer to a pair of scissors. I've always had problems with directness in the process of cutting scissors. The cut line floated and did not always come in the end where it needed to be. Works as promised. The cut indicates you can find fault, that the line could be thinner, but I like it already. Scissors are such sharp, cut normally, but heavy. I think I liked it. Except that it's easier to assemble them. This very necessary accessory is designed to ensure that our favorite phones that we never let out of our hands, and even more and better able to keep in our weekend handles. They put it on the phone, put a finger on it, and it's not going anywhere. I'll be honest, in some places it adds convenience, but over time you get used to it. For example, taking pictures with one hand has become more convenient as the phone is more tightly held in the hand. Velcro, by the way, holds well, does not fall off. How I was shaken by these shoelaces. They constantly untied, the feeling that they live their lives. It turns out for a long time there are silicone laces in a wide color scheme. They can be combined from different colors or use one end. Also experiment with the ways of lacing, all depends on the taste. This Lego truck is complete with more than 2,500 parts that first need to be assembled. and after that you can control the moving mechanism of the arrow to lift and lower the body of the dump truck, to put forward the resilience supports to increase the stability of the model. Open and close the grip. In short, the toy as entertainment and as a finger simulator for children from 11 to probably 111 years old. Not so long ago purchased a magnetic cable to charge your phone with a disconnected head. The cable is 1 meter long, but you can buy in 2 meters, goes in the nylon braid and moderately rigid. The main connector is illuminated in blue, which is very convenient at night. You can easily determine where and what we connect. The phone charges well. The magnet holds confidently and does not fall out of the usual load. I have been using it for more than a month and there are no complaints. My grandmother often asks me to open a can. Digging on Aliexpress I found an automatic opener, in principle a useful thing. Saves time and power running from 2 batteries type AA, but it did not immediately manage to adapt to it. Sometimes it's the way you press the button, it makes a squib, it's going to go a little bit, and it gets stuck. But then we figured out why. We just have to hold your hand a little on the weight and not press the jar or it will wedge. It's a magic thermos. If you pour their boiling water and shake the thermos for 1 minute, the water will cool down to 55 degrees, but if then pour cold water into it and also shake, it will heat up to 55 degrees. And as many people know, this temperature is optimal for drinking water. It is very convenient for those who do not like to drink boiling water, and by the way, delivery is insanely long. Write in the comments.